to another stream. And today we are going to continue doing the app which we are building. So if you remember, let me see. Yeah, I see Ritvi. Let me add. Hey, Ritvi.
Hello, hello, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you? Uh, what's the time right now for you?
It's 10 a.m.
Oh, 10 a.m. Oh, interesting. Cool, cool. So yeah, we just started the stream. So decided to do in finish some tasks which we had created. So if you you know the issues and we had one issue which was, I think, this was the feature list. And in on last stream we started.
And all good, Santosh is back.
Oh, I was gone. Oh, so it looks like this issue is back with
For like
let's
two
restream, right?
seconds.
uh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I hate live, so sorry, StreamYard, sorry, not StreamYard, restream. I don't know what's happening with them. Okay, anyways, so we started building this first feature of ours. So last time, what I did is I created the plan and then gave it to GitHub Copilot, and it wrote some API for us. And it also wrote some of the front end, which is not working. We have some error, but which is fine, all fine. Like we I can still read the error, like we can still read the errors and we can figure out what's going on, what's wrong. So let's go ahead and see. And I also changed my setup a little bit. So I just moved my camera here. So I don't need to maybe stand up because, yeah, live streaming is hard. And then if you have to stand up for an hour, it just drains all the energy. So I decided to restructure my setup a little bit.
Wow. No, I
So
think
let's go.
definitely once in a while restructuring is so important, especially if you're like testing code.
Yeah. So let's see. So what happened was, um, okay, so it created a new project. So this is what it is not able to find. So it says, okay, I'm not able to. So if I go back and see the error, it says org API rooms is not able, it's not able to find. And I think because, this is a new project which got created, and maybe GitHub Copilot doesn't understand the NX structure properly. And it created this project, but it missed few things. For example, so let's go ahead and see what we are doing here. So it created a library. It says it's a library. And generally the way it works is TypeScript, right? So in TypeScript you have to register all the endpoints. Yeah. You still there, Aditi? Okay.
I was on
If
mute
I'm not sure.
for the whole time. My bad.
Oh, no, no worries. No, no, I was just talking about, like, the way TypeScript works is like it says, okay, it's not able to find this module, but we have registered this here, right? So if you know in TypeScript, you have to define this path mapping, saying, okay, this is probably my namespace, and everything which is available in index.ts file becomes my API, which will be accessible via this. So we do have it. Let's see, API.
Excuse
It says libs API rooms src index.ts. So it does exist, and it says cannot find module org API rooms, which shouldn't be a problem. But let's see. So let's see that it is being used. So we are using here uh, org API rooms, and okay, it works. For some reason, it's saying it's not. And is config.app.json this URL is being deprecated. Out directory is this, and let's see. So we will ask our friend GitHub Copilot that okay, I'm getting this error, and actually AI is really good at figuring these things out. So let's go back and okay. So just don't. I mean, most of the time it's all fine. I mean, I'm using CloudOpus 4.6, which is a good model, I would say, if you're writing code. Are you still using like which one
You
you are using? Sorry.
I switching between like models. So like for example, especially because I'm not as paranoid you when it comes to saving tokens, but I am pretty paranoid. I keep switching between models when it comes to different features. So I've realized that if I'm like doing like a revamp or something, the smaller models actually do a better job instead of going all out. But if I'm building like maybe like a login feature or when I'm adding auth, then I go for the higher model like the 4.6. But usually I try to like switch between them depending on the work.
Interesting. I don't know. I think I believe. Uh, Hey Rohit, hey, thanks for joining. Hey, thanks man. Uh, so I mean, generally, I think I've found like Cloud Opus 4.6 to be really good at writing code, because I know it's just not about writing code, it's about understanding. Like when it feels like I'm talking to somebody, like an engineer, and we are discussing ideas, because a lot of time it throws me junk. Like it happens, right? And then you have to go back and talk it out. Okay, why you're doing this? What's the purpose? And then sometime it figures out, okay, I was doing something wrong, and then it changes the path, and then it comes out with a good solution. So, and Codex, I tried Codex, but the problem was like maybe I didn't like the loop, right? Because in Codex it just goes ahead and tries to start writing code, and I think that you know, it comes back like after writing a lot of code already, or maybe I'm just not used to like using it properly right now, because I'm just maybe good at like being in ID and then figuring things out.
Yeah, I think for me, really well for a bunch of specific tasks is what I've realized. But have you tested it across any like frameworks? Have you seen any patterns across frameworks?
Across frameworks, right? That's a good question, because I haven't. Last time I tried it just to create some POCs, like just throw away code. It's not like very production grade or anything. And one thing which I really like is, I'm not sure like how many people are using Cortex, but if you haven't tried, this is the app. Let's see, I can just share it. This is how it looks like. Let's zoom in, and you can actually just go ahead and, let's say, create new work tree, right? So start a new chat, and then it uh, like you can start asking it to do stuff for you, and you can change the branch. Let's say go back to main, and I think create a permanent work tree. This is a nice feature. Like you can have multiple work tree. If you remember, we were talking about in this morning the work tree stuff.
Yes.
So you can have multiple work tree, and then it can work in parallel. And then once all the PRs are ready, you can just go ahead and raise a PR. So this is I think many people are actually talking about this feature. And yeah, you can, what else you can achieve? I think plugin ecosystem is good. I think we had which one? Code Rabbit, right? So you also have Code Rabbit plugin available now, so you can install, and it will start writing code, like start reviewing your code like as soon as it writes, and then you can run it in an agentic loop, right? We recently launched, if you saw the announcement on X or our YouTube channel, we recently launched this hyphen agent flag as well. Okay, let's see. So
What's
for now, let's go
your
back
favorite
and
use case of that, Santosh? Like, what's
uh, for the code
hash
review, or
the
you are
agent flag?
talking about
The
something else?
agent flag. The agent flag. The agent flag.
The agent, okay. The agent flag, yes. Last time I was using Copilot, and inside Copilot, again, it was just like some new feature I wanted to add in it. It was live application. I'm talking about our actually code rabbit code base. I was migrating something, so
Oh, wow.
the migration sometime can break things. So if you there was another thing which we were talking about in morning, me and Ritvik. So I was talking about another cool plugin. It's called Superpowers. So I'll just go back and show you this. I actually included it in one of our my uh, newsletter as well. So in case you're not aware, there is something called Weekly Five. Yeah, and I'm not sure like why this is broken. I need to go ahead and check like the uh, uh, yeah, the OG image. So I've also included here superpowers, and it's a nice plugin. Like it actually follows the software development methodology. This is what you call it, and it can work with anything, right? So it can work with your cursor, cloud code, GitHub Copilot, and I was running the migration with superpowers as well as code. So the CodeRabbit plugin was actually testing whatever has changed as soon as I was like the the migration script was making some changes because it was mostly about around tests. It was you know I was trying to migrate VTest to VTest 4.0. So I don't have to wait like I don't have to. By the time the PR was ready, all the tests were already fixed, and I was just looking at the screen. I was like, what's happening? I mean, I just raised the PR and everything was green. All the tests migrated, running already, and it all happened in the loop. So sometimes it feels like, oh wow, this is crazy.
That is actually insane. Yes.
Otherwise, like the other option is, of course, you make the changes, or maybe AI make the changes. You verify all the tests is working or not. But just think about like even not need to by the time your PR is ready, you don't need to even review. It was already reviewed, all the comments already fixed. So it was like Cloud Code or sorry GitHub Copilot or Copilot CLI. I mostly shuffle between these two. So sometime Copilot CLI and then sometime GitHub Copilot in the IDE. So it was just throwing errors, and then CLI was picking up the errors. CodeRabbit was reading the code again, and everything was in loop. I don't know if someone has tried this, but sometimes it feels like okay, I'm doing something wrong, but feels like okay, no, this is very common. Now people are doing this. Okay, let's see. It's actually making some changes, but I don't see any changes. What it is doing? Oh, okay, it is trying to figure out like what's going on. So haven't found the issue so far. Let's see. Okay, the room slab is missing its TypeScript config files. Is it like oh yeah. See, so API and then libs room. So there is no tsconfig files. Yep, there is no tsconfig files. Okay, perfect. So let's see. Because they tried to just create the maybe folder structure copy paste the old days where developers used to copy paste each other's code and then wonder like what's happening. Okay, now it should
So did
work.
it
So
lose
I'll just go
context?
ahead
Is that what
and
happened?
stop this. Which one? Sorry, right now. So what happened was
Yeah.
when I asked Copilot to create the new project. So or when I actually asked it to write a new code, right? The last in my last stream, and it was about generating this entire infrastructure, or maybe if I can go back to the issue. So where is the browser? Yep. So I asked it to create like entire room management and configuration. So I asked it to follow the best standards, right? So what it created, it tried to wrap few things inside a library. So generally, this is the standard. This is the structure you follow in case you are working in a monorepo. Like your main app is very small. You split everything into smaller chunks, smaller libraries. You call them libraries basically. So it tried to do that, but it actually just copied and some files, not everything, because NX offers you a CLI. In case you want to create a new library, you need to run that particular command to create a new library. And it didn't follow anything. Like it just copy pasted the entire folder structure as it is, forgot about this command exists, and that's why we were in this mess. So sometime you need to just like jump in between and tell them what is missing. Generally, this is available. I mean, this I'm also surprised because NX has this skills and which where it is mentioned about the NX plugins, right? So these are the NX plugins, how to run task, how to run generate. So everything is here. Still, it screws up. So you have to be really careful, like what it is generating sometime. And I didn't bothered about like checking this. So that was the whole thing. And
Oh,
let's go back. Okay.
ooh,
So we
fancy.
have dashboard. It says there are 3 room types, 5 room inventory, out of schedule. So let's see. Okay, now you can add room types, add, edit, delete rooms. You can create rooms. You can create amenities. Out of office schedule, like out of order. Sorry, I okay. So uh, okay, this is this is interesting. I've always thought like oh means out of office. Just, oh, fun. Uh, hey, Angie Samurai. Yeah, Munich. Hey, Nepal. Um, And why Angular? Gurbinder is here asking about why Angular. Yeah, because it's the best framework there. So of course that's why you're doing Angular. But yeah, I was I was an Angular developer, so I still love to do Angular. But we are not doing Angular anymore. I think we are past the basics now. We are just doing you know AI development or AI driven development, what we want to call it, or we are just generating AI slop if you want to call it. So. But yeah, uh, and then
Slightly more
let's see,
careful.
unassigned. Sorry,
I like slightly more careful AI slop, like slightly better AI slop, but AI slop nonetheless.
yeah, and good stuff is of course we are getting all everything verified with the help of CodeRapid. So we are also testing it side by side. So here it is. So it's saying okay, there are some issues because I created this PR. Meanwhile, I was fixing the issue. So this is nice. I mean, it created a lot of stuff. This is something which we needed because we wanted to create multiple room types. We wanted to create add multiple rooms, and this is again, I mean, this is the very nice feature. So so this is an issue, right? So this is a design issue. So I can just copy this and I can say, okay, this is the UI bug. So I'll just go back. I just took the screenshot. Now I can put the screenshot here and say, uh, remove this one and say, okay, the UI looks broken. Please fix it. So always use please, otherwise, when AIs try to make their own country, they will just kick you out. So, or maybe if they, we have seen so many movies about the future, so be careful. Santosh still loves Sanjay. Of course, I love him. If believe me, I tried to convert people at Code Rapid. I told them, let's move to Angular. I tried my best. Okay, cool. So we have this, at least this issue fixed. We can verify the UI and let's see if there's anything which is broken. This can be better, of course, but AI is still not great at creating nice UIs. Um, what should we do? I mean, I'm just wondering what kind of font is this? I've never, believe me, I've never seen this font.
Seems
Yeah,
like
the calendar
Helvetica, no?
looks. Yeah, this is. I have no idea. So So we need to bring our designer to see like what's happening, man. What's this? But yeah, it's it is very hard since AI loves React and PHP. I mean, it depends, right? I mean, I think most of the data, I don't think AI really loves any particular framework. It's just because, most of the data which was available for training was React. You you have like number of repositories available on GitHub, and probably maybe 50 to 60% of them would be React, and that's why. Angular, yeah, it's not that much, right? In open source, I think people mostly use it in the enterprises, and unfortunately, AI cannot train on the enterprise data until unless they want to like get sued, of course. Okay, cool. So let's see if it is fixing the UI. It says checkbox component. It figured it out. The issue is the icon field stores. Okay, so it's actually figuring out the issue. This is my favorite thing to do. So I take, so in CodeRabbit repo as well. Sometime I find a weird issue on the UI, take the screenshot, give it to GitHub Copilot, and then yeah, continue doing my job, and it fixes all the issues. Because CSS is hard, believe me. I'm trying to learn it for more than 18 years now. Yeah, but yeah, never got it right. So, and it's at some point of time, I was like, okay, I don't care. Maybe. How's your CSS skill, Ritvik?
I can do the basic stuff really well, but there's a point after which once my components start flying, I can't ground them.
Ah,
Thing, right? Like I think the first chapter phase, you're like, oh wow, this is so simple, this is so intuitive. After like the fourth layer of components and like things being rendered, you're like, okay, what is the logic here?
oh, nice. See, it fixed it. It even created some pictures. I don't know from where, or from some icons. So there was a time I saw a tweet like where people are actually using scales to figure out like the pixels. And I was like, oh my God, I used to do that. Like, so when I started my career, I was Windows developer, right? So
Wait,
sorry, uh, you are something or
wait, like scales as in like actual rulers?
yeah, actual ruler, yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, why I'm building API again? Yeah, so I started as a Windows developer, of course. So for 2 3 years, I was not aware of what CSS is, and until unless I started reading some of the JavaScript stuff, and trying to trying to copy paste some code and then maybe run it, old jQuery stuff. So I was maybe that was the time 2011 or something when I came across little bit of CSS, and then I joined as a .NET developer, and I got a project where it was like some front end stuff with jQuery, HTML, and there was CSS required. And then we used to actually, because of course I don't know CSS, right? And then someone complained about, hey, this looks like 1 or 2 pixel here and there. I was like, I cannot even see, right? What is that 1 pixel is complaining about? And then I remember like at that time I took these and I was like, okay, let me run the application locally, and then I think I converted pixels to centimeter. Like how much
Oh wow.
centimeter is that, and then converted it to
Okay.
and then took a literally ruler, and I was like checking. Oh, okay, how much is this? It was so funny. My designer was like literally laughing. He was like, "What are you doing?" And like, oh, it's like this is the skill I have to. And then
So wait, did
yeah.
you like according to the designation of your current or
So it was like they were getting issue in a specific resolution. So I think it was a big screen which they had, and of course so what I did is like, of course, let's increase the resolution and see like if it is actually breaking, and it was like 1 or 2 pixel here there. So But yeah, sometimes you have to do weird stuff to learn things.
Fair.
Oh, so there is an interesting
Right.
story. It says my last project they removed Angular 4 and replaced with React just because of AI hype. 2 years development moved into trash. Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah, I love these stories. But yeah, cool. So this is working fine. I think this is good enough, I would say, for the first iteration. And let's see if the PR, like what it says. I mean, I'm just wondering, like, what are the API changes it has made because there is nothing which is getting saved for now. I mean, this is all should be in memory. Let's see, room service, what it does. Okay, there are some. Okay, so it's mostly related to your current session, right? Yeah. So whatever you save, and there are some static list, and then it just gets saved into your current session. So if you just go ahead and add something, for example, let's go ahead and create a new room type, and what are the room types? Three active: deluxe, family suite, accessible, queen. So I'll say queen sharing, base price 150. And I'm just getting a call from a private number. Okay, interesting. Max adults too, and I can okay have a children. Square foot is 350. Screen sharing, and then we can maybe add an AI here, generate the description for this room type. Screen sharing bad for family with what do you call crib, right? Uh,
What are
three
you trying?
bands,
Okay.
and we have sorry.
Oh, all good.
Cool. Minibar, work desk, save room type, and let's see. Oh, cool. So we have twin sharing available here. Can you edit? Okay, you can edit. Like for example, if I click here, it opens this one. Oh, and if I click twin sharing, oh, you can also upload a photo. Okay, interesting. Because believe me, I have no idea like how this feature got created because you know this is not my code. So this is what happens when you don't write your own code. But let's see, accessible queen, and you can upload a photo, tour, floor plan, image, or page 64. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Deluxe king. There are already few photos. Maybe just took it from somewhere. Um, and great. So I think it's working fine. Allocations, rooms are allocated. This is good to merge. I mean, I'll just go ahead and maybe push these changes and let's create new PRs. I think I was actually running something new. Let's see. So yeah, admin analytics dashboard. I'm not sure if I was running this plan somewhere. Is it? Let's see if I was running it on the agent. No. Okay, so I need to start this plan. But first, let's go back and merge this one. So I'll just go ahead and commit the code. I love CSS. So yeah, I mean, look, CSS is what makes your application stand out, right? Of course, no one. I mean, it's not like I hate it. So it's just like, of course, sometimes you don't want to invest much time learning few things. I think that's the CSS for me because yeah, I wish I could, but I think now it's AI can do this. Fix bug and fix build and UI. Okay, fix build and uh, mm. So let's see. Meanwhile, we can actually see what Port Rabbit says. And there was only one critical error. So it says use reactive pattern params instead of snapshot for detailed loading, navigating between rooms in listings, for instance, Angular default behavior. The snapshot in the constructor captures the initial room ID one, so changing rooms won't reload data. Oh, this is the actual bug. So it says use param.subscribe to react to ID changes. Okay, which one is this? But let's see if this is an actual issue. I will take care of it, otherwise it's fine. So it says route dot snapshot dot parent dot get. I think it should work. I'm not sure like why it's complaining about it. It was room details component, and I can run it again just to verify. Nx run hotel management. The API is already working. No, sorry, serve, right? Hotel management serve. Yeah, let's see. The API is running. I just need to verify the front end. And it was rooms detail. So rooms, and if I click on a room, this one, 101, okay, and 102, it works. I don't know what it is complaining about, but I think it's fine. So yeah, and there are some minor comments. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and merge this one. And oh, so someone is also doing code review for us. There are no take until destroyed in every subscribe section. Ah, okay, yeah, that's a good thing, right? So we should tell we should update our Angular skill, but I'm not sure like if it's referring to the Angular skill, because I think I added it, Angular developer skill, uh, and until is it there, or maybe I just have mostly signals. Let's see. Yeah, this should be part of the skills. If not sure why it's not there. Yeah, it's here, right? So injection context, host element, resources, signal forms, Tailwind CSS signal overview. Yeah, uh, styling, data resolver. It says, okay, it should use inject, but yeah, I'll check it for sure. So let's see, we can just start on the new feature. So this is done. I can just go ahead and close the number 7. This room management and configuration. So I'll say, okay, this is close issue. This is done. And let's see what else. So we said this one is done, and then we can have front end, front desk and reservation module, housekeeping and maintenance. I think this is very good feature to build. Maybe I can just go ahead and say, okay, let's build this. And recently I was trying something, so I think I just sent a tweet in this morning or maybe yesterday. So what I was trying to do, Ritvi, is I had a very big PR. It was big in the
Okay.
sense it had like 70 to 80 files changed. And then I got a comment like maybe we can split this into small PRs just to see like if it works. And it was to upgrade, Node.js version. So I was trying to migrate from Node.js 22 to 24. And I said, okay, now I have to do a lot of work, right? Because you already invested some time making the changes, making sure it works, and now you need to break the PR. Then I thought, like, wait, why I did need to do it manually? So what I did is I just asked Copilot. So let me show you what maybe we can see that online maybe if it works, right? If it works, nothing better than that. Let's see. Fingers crossed, like it works. So hit pull and npm. I think it's okay, right? So git pull npm install, uh, and I'll just start a new chat. And so we have, we'll go with this one because we already have a plan for this, right? And it says, okay, what you have to do is foundation setup, creating shared data models. So it says, okay, it will create an admin analytics dashboard. So it says install chart and export dependencies. create shared data models, configure repo, wanting to lips. Okay, so I need to like as you see this task T. I'm not sure like if this is visible, but in task 3 it says I need to add org hotel management data, and this is where you can actually refine the plan. So you have to, of course, not blindly go ahead and follow the plan. So I can say, okay, for maybe creating a new library, go ahead and follow the NX, NX commands. So the same issue which we saw currently will not happen again. So I can update this and then create staff management endpoints. This is all good. Create analytics endpoint. Okay, all good again. Create financial reporting endpoint. Perfect. Front-end data access and UI components. And I can also maybe refine the plan saying, okay, go ahead and use a particular library, for example, right? So one of my friend actually is working on a very nice Angular library, and it's called Angular uh, charts. But there is a catch. This is CHRTs. So I was asking him like, uh, is there a spelling mistake in this? So he said no. That was the only name that was the only name available. So he decided to use that. Okay, maybe it's not available here. I can just go back and search. And I think my internet's slow. It's the search is so slow. And go
I
back. Lost.
So Santosh, this is a common thing that I've seen when I'm running Restream. Like my whole thing becomes slow. Like every like my mouse gestures are all very mechanical.
Do you think it's just sitting a lot of memory?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's eating like a significant chunk of memory. I think it's using like 800 MB right now.
Oh wow.
Single tab. That is insane. Yeah, a single tab using 800 MB.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I see 870 MB. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says now I can actually give the code rabbit feedback. So I can say, okay, code rabbit AI, please use charts for uh, chart and to create a new library, use Nx commands to create a new lib or app. So let's see. So I'll just add comment and it will just start to devise the plan. I forgot like Congress for what? Like by the way, yeah, I got my driver's not got it, but yeah, I cleared my driving exam finally on the third attempt. They probably got bored. It's like, okay, we are failing him again and again, and he comes every 2 weeks. So let's give him the driving license finally. So let's
Hey,
see. I
third
mean,
time's the charm, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why it's so hard. And I was like, this time I was like literally scared by the time that the exam was over. And I was like really shaking. I was like, okay, this guy will also tell me, okay, come again. And then he said, all good. You just have some problem with your control, but all good. And I was like, okay, that's
And
nice.
I'm sure that is just test nerves, right? Like, she will be better once you're driving on the road.
Uh, sorry, your voice is breaking. Sorry, Ritik.
I'm sure that was just like your nerves for the exam, right? Like I'm sure you're better control otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's like, of course, when you are performing something in front of somebody, I think it's this common problem, right?
Except
When
Angular.
people,
That you can do.
yeah, yeah, I mean, that's all good. Like, okay, so maybe meanwhile, I think we created this one admin analytics dashboard. I think we created the seventh one, right? Maybe we can just go ahead and say this front end and reservation module. I think the first one is ready though. So because this was needed, this was the foundation actually. So maybe we can start with this one. So let's create an issue. And maybe someone who wants to give it a try, you can also go ahead and raise a PR. I think this is available. This is open source. Uh, and okay, keep editing. Okay, close and discard. I needed to copy. Hey Arjun, hey, good to know. So yeah, congratulations. But yeah, don't give up now. You need to continue doing this. Um, so all the best for that as well. So it was yeah, okay. Go back here. Mutual list. Front desk and reservation module. And let's go ahead and create an issue, front end, and we can say code rabbit just going should take a few minutes. I think it takes around close to 10 minutes to analyze and create the entire plan. Maybe we can meanwhile go back and see if it's done. And it was last week, so it's still working on the plan. So I'm just wondering like how, because I think this is something which maybe can be a feature request for us because it was not able to figure out the command to create a new library or an app. Even though we have the skill files available, I'll talk to the team and see like if they can do something. Really working, Arjun. Really love working in KNB, but still love the of Flutter. Oh, Flutter. I don't know. I saw Kent C Dots complaining about Flutter recently. I don't know if you saw the tweet.
No, no, no.
No. Okay. Let's go ahead and find that out. I mean, it's not like a hate for anybody, but I think it's just like you don't need to maybe put your favorite framework everywhere. I think it's there is that. Mm, come on. Yeah, that's fun. So I'm forced to use Web UI that's built with Flutter. Entire page is a canvas, and it's the worst. Uh, yeah, no command F, no drag to select copy text. It's just a nightmare. So I can totally understand that because when you try to do something like this, you lose all the native features of web, and that's why I'm saying like you should understand the use case and then use it. Maybe it was not the best use case in this case.
Mm. But I think from a concept point of view, it's a brilliant concept that Flutter tried to do, right? Like they tried to isolate the native dependency by
Mm.
saying, oh, let's just consider this a canvas and draw from scratch. From a concept point of view, it was a pretty great
Yeah, I understand, but like is it the best
approach.
solution for web? Yeah, or is it a best approach for the web? Because when you build for web, of course, you will keep. I mean, you get a lot of things out of the box, right? HTML gives you everything, which you might need to override. I think Flutter is not maybe doing some magic, right? It's just overriding some of the features. Uh,
Makes sense.
and
But
when
I think
you, yeah,
Yeah, I think the opinion also now depends heavily on the use of AI, right? Like because you can now write cross-platform apps, or rather migrate apps more easily, like much more easily.
mm,
Just this concept, because you're not being able to use the native stuff, fails miserably. If it was still us manually migrating, I'm sure people would still love Flutter. The only reason we're able to complain about it is migration is now extremely easy.
and it might be a good solution for maybe mobile, right? I mean, but I'm still not
Mm.
convinced that it is a good solution for web. I mean, I know it's cross-platform, and if you know your users and they're really fine losing some of the functionality which you get in web, why not? But yeah, I don't think so. Like I think you should have your native mobile app, and not native, but yeah, I mean, you can just still go ahead and have a Flutter app, and native app like web app, which is either built using the one of the front-end framework or HTML, CSS, JavaScript, whatever you like. So yeah, that's what I think. I mean, but yeah, it totally depends, right? I mean, it depends based on the team. A lot of people, I think, do this to ship their MVP, you know. So they get some users, people start using it, and then they eventually migrate to something better. Maybe 10 stack, or I think 10 stack is also becoming pretty, you know, successful. A lot of people are using it.
Yeah, Dan Stack is definitely doing really well. And also it's
Hmm.
Honk as a stack, right?
Which one?
Honk, the Cloudflare stack. Oh no.
Oh no, okay, okay.
So they're
Edge.
calling it the
Oh,
Honk stack.
so oh no, what is that? What is the rest?
So I think they're calling it the Honk stack, where you're using Hono
Is this one? Honk stack?
with. Uh, let me. Yeah, Hono. No. So you see the second one, the one with getting started with Honk. So it's Hono and Neon.
Okay, so it says Hono, ORM, Drizzle, Neon, and Cloudflare. Okay. No, it's
Honk.
different,
Yeah.
I think. But it's a serverless stack, but no, it doesn't say is yeah, it's different, I think. Honk is different.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's different, but it's also coming
Yeah.
up and down.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool. So now CodeRabbit says I've updated the plan above based on the feedback. Let's go ahead and see. So it says install chart. So it says install Angular charts, with Angular. Perfect. Create shared data model. So it says creates this model with interface this. And how does it creates this? Let's see. Prompts for AI agents. Create shared. Okay. So I think this is something for maybe CodeRabbit to figure out, because it's still saying that, okay, create shared data model at this, but it's not saying, okay, go ahead and run this Nx command, right? Which should have been the proper solution. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and talk. Okay, it did now. So it says path
Wow.
LSS in level will be auto-generated by Nx CLI. It did. So okay, so when I added it specifically, go ahead and do this. It did that. So perfect. So this is the plan we needed. Now I'm all good to fire up all AI agents prompt, and let's see. So I'll say, okay, this one suggest me what tasks can be done in parallel. Yeah. So of course it will analyze all the tasks, and it will suggest me like, okay, this is something which can be done in parallel, and maybe we can fire up multiple. And let's see if I can ask it to actually run multiple agents. Let's see if that's possible. Ah, okay, nice. Okay, so it says task one is sequential, task two and three is parallel, and task four is sequential. Last one, start implementing. I'll begin with task one. That wow, this is really nice, right? So you don't have to. Okay, now let's do. Can we run multiple agents to complete it? Let's see. Okay, yes, I will do. Nice. So, okay, so it says I will do task one first since everything depends on it, then launch parallel agents for two and three, and then finish with task four. Let's see. Let's see how it works. It will take some time. I mean, what I can do is, yeah, still have 10 minutes. So let's see if it can complete it in 10 minutes. Otherwise, I can record it and show it on the next stream, or maybe I can just post it online. So this is generally this is now what I've started doing. So I've started asking it like, oh, can you just do it like run multiple agents and see like if this can be done? And yeah, sometimes it works. saves time, right? I mean, last week I had to create monorepo, not monorepo, polyrepo, and I was like, oh, if I have to create one application, it will take too much time. So I just went to the Copilot CLI and said, can you create four projects, which is where like all the maybe e-commerce app is distributed across polyrepos, and it says yes, I can do it, and it launched multiple agents, created multiple branches, multiple repositories. Sorry, not even branches. I mean just repositories, and then it pushed it. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like I can show you the repositories as well where I've done nothing.
Yeah,
It was just so
yeah, that sounds amazing.
so it's ecom front end, ecom API, ecom order service. This all is actually done using the parallel agents, and I did nothing. Like it just wrote all the code in parallel and then pushed all the code by itself. So you see the co-op here is Copilot. And it was amazing. I was
That
like,
is
okay, this,
actually so.
yeah.
Sindhu, did you see the updates that
Which one? Sorry.
so we had GitHub Constellation this Saturday, right? Did you see the updates? Did you see the
Oh,
beta preview of the
of the
new
GitHub
GitHub?
app.
Yeah, the new GitHub app.
Oh, I I don't want to. Yeah, I'm still under NDA, so no, I cannot say anything.
Oh no, they showed it at no, they showed it at Constellation, and the keynote is live, so it is definitely like the world knows
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
They showed it on. So of course it was GitHub team, right? Uh,
Yes, but that's
and
insane. So, folks, here, if you all are curious, well, you can go check out the keynote at the Constellation that they did.
I mean, and I'm just believe me, every live stream I go, I was like, okay, let's show that app, and I was like, no, I'm still under NDA
It's
because I
beautiful,
have it.
especially the
I have it.
animated.
Yeah, 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 it
It
looks. I
is
mean,
lovely.
so I've been giving feedbacks as well on the GitHub app as well. So I'm using it for 2 weeks so far now. Uh, Initially, I had some issues with that, but now it's good. I cannot, of course, show you on the stream. Otherwise, like it's still under NDA, basically. So, but yeah, as soon as it comes out of maybe private preview, I can show it. I mean,
Yep,
I really
yep,
like,
I think.
uh, but yeah, no, I cannot say anything about it. It's NDA. But yeah, I've been using it. It's really cool. Okay,
It is
name
very cool.
conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Finally, like of course, something. I think now we have ID, CLI, and now you're saying that there will be an app. So nice. So we have all different channels available to use GitHub Copilot. Sorry. Who was there actually at Constellation? Was it Kyle or Martin or both?
Kyle, Jayapati, Karan, and I forget one more person who's the VP, senior VP,
Okay.
Tina, I think. Wait,
Okay.
no, check.
Oh, interesting. I mean, it was like entire team almost.
So the thing is, this time it was so Karan and I were from GitHub, but the other two were from Microsoft.
It's actually complicated, So some people are actually moving from Microsoft to GitHub. That's what we saw. Like maybe, you know, uh, some of the developer advocates actually they joined GitHub. So it's I don't know. Yeah, but hey,
Very interesting.
see, so this is cool. So it says task one is completed, and it's now launching task two and three in using uh, parallel using sub-agents. So there used to be a time when it's running sub-agents was not that easy. And Ritvi, I think I'm sure you might have read about the agent harnesses, right?
Yes, that's actually a very, very trending topic right now. Harnessing
Yeah.
the guardrails and harnesses, very, very trending AI agent topic.
I mean, yeah, I was like, I mean, I was wondering like how all this is possible, and then I started reading about it, and I was like, really serious. I'm really like, you know, uh, I was surprised, like, oh, something like this exists, and then I was like, okay, this is what is called AI harnesses. So it can actually do a lot of stuff. It's like a top layer which is sitting on top of it. Like, um, can I call it a orchestrator? Maybe Prithvi, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think so. There are two things, right? There's one is the harness for a single agent where you're just trying to give as much guard rate as possible, and then you have multiple agents. That is when you're trying to give them harnesses that hey, this is your area of playground,
Mhm.
and yeah, then I guess orchestrator makes a lot of sense.
Oh, nice. I mean, we should talk about AI harnesses. I mean, that's pretty cool topic. I mean, I was thinking about maybe going deep and see like if I can write something about it. It's it because it I think I had no idea like such thing exists, And then I was like, wow, this is cool. Like people are like doing amazing stuff now.
Yes, yes, 100%. You're doing very great now. It's actually so. I think we were trying to do the obsidian, and really love the idea of building that out from scratch.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should do this one. Yeah. So see now it actually is running in parallel. You can see this. These are the files, and then this it's actually running its own maybe tasks like its own under its own agent, and this one is running under its own agent. So both are doing in parallel, and you don't have to like get involved. Like you don't have to do anything. You just sit and maybe once code rabbit is done with the rig, we just go ahead and merge the code. So I think we have almost 3 minutes, but at least we were able to see like it can run sub agents now in parallel. This was something I wanted to show you. And once this is done, it will just give everything to the task 4, and which can just do the follow-up task. So that's it for the day. We will meet tomorrow, and maybe I'll continue with some other tasks. So, but in meanwhile, in case you want to check out the repository, just go ahead and check out the repository. And if you want to add some features, just go ahead and do it. I mean, AI code is welcome as long as you know what are you doing. Just don't pick up blindly something from here. Even if you're using Code Rabbit plan, just go ahead and read the plan and then fire up your AI and see like if you can build something. And
Yeah, yeah,
I think Ritvi, you will be at conference right tomorrow.
yes. I'm happy to join in, let y'all happening at the conference. I give you a live preview. And yeah, Juan's gonna be with me. So folks definitely join in to see what we're up to tomorrow.
Oh, perfect. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks everyone for joining, and thanks Ritvi for dropping by. So see ya. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Very